Congratulations! You are about to be or you are now an international student and you want to learn about all the goodies that await you. You are in the right place. Enjoy this video and watch it till the end because everything you need will be in it. Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. My name is Janie, aka Janie of Canada, and on this channel we'll talk about everything life as a professional immigrant to Canada. So studying, working, living, thriving, running a business, all the whole 9 yards, this is where it's at. If you're new, where have you been? And if you're returned and subscribed, thank you so much. I've missed you. I feel the love. If you're new, please click the subscribe button. It's free. You get all this energy for free, and you get resources and tips to help you navigate your profession and your career and your business. Okay, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about 8 things that international students to Canada should be taking advantage of like today. So maybe you didn't hear about this. Maybe they didn't tell you this in school, but I've been to 3 schools in Canada, or 3 different educational points in Canada, and I can share with you some things I wish I took more advantage of, but things you should take advantage of nonetheless. Okay, so let's get into it. The first thing that every international student should take advantage of for sure would be, actually maybe let's make this 9 because this first one is important. The first thing then is orientation. It's free. Like, I know some people be like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so jet lagged, I don't have time to go to orientation. Don't miss orientation. You would get so many tips and tricks to navigate studying, and you would get access to resources if you miss orientation. So always go to any orientation, any free workshops, take advantage of all of those things, right? The second thing that's very important too is that you should take advantage of as an international student is the free healthcare insurance system. So typically as an international student in Ontario, at least, you get OHIP, which gives you access to going to a dentist, gives you access to going to an optometrist, gives you access to going to a massage. You can even get free birth control. I told you, you heard it here first. Anyway, so if you go do go to your dentist, do your cleaning, do x-rays, whatever, go get glasses. I don't know if glasses are covered, but you can get free eye exams for sure. Look at what your insurance covers. And take advantage of that. The number 3 thing to take advantage of is free transportation in some cities. And I know some students in areas like Kingston, Ontario, Kitchener, Waterloo area, you would get a transit pass. Don't be a big boy, big girl too early and feel like, oh, you need to get your own car or whatever. If there's transportation that is complimentary with your tuition, take advantage of that, okay? If not, ask and say, what type of transportation do we get complimentary? You can always ask people in your school. The other thing that, and I think I would talk about this, is internships and co-ops. Like, if you're already in your program, you already pretty much know if you have an internship or a co-op. Take advantage of that. Use that to build your career path. Don't just work for anybody. Make sure that it's something that you can either get a long-term employment with, or that experience can help you get a long-term experience later. Don't just say, oh, because I have to do a co-op and it's a requirement, you do anything that you can actually learn from and speak to. So for me, I was like, in my second program, I started working for a small publishing magazine, but I knew that I couldn't speak to too much of the experience there because it was just work. Also, it wasn't paying me. But you know, as an international student, honestly, you need to find paid co-ops. Like, employers should be paying you, first of all. Like, who they think is going to pay you? But that's a whole nother rant. For this, I would say make sure that your internships and your co-ops align to your career path, and you should be taking advantage of that. If you're lucky to be watching this video before you get admission, make sure that your program has a co-op internship component, because that gets your foot in the door and makes you somewhat more employable at the end of your program. Okay, the other thing too is taking advantage of tax clinics. Like, you should start filing your taxes as soon as you're in school, but a lot of times it'll be free to file for in your school as an international student. So take advantage of that. Like, don't let them help you file your taxes for free. Use those things. Okay, as a student too, you have library access, so take advantage of your library card and like what it can get you. You have access to books, movies, music, all of that stuff, and even some business coaching. Like, sometimes you can start the business while you're in school, and your library should be able to help you with like registration of your business and all of that stuff. A lot of people don't know that. I found out only recently. So take advantage of your library services. If you don't know, you can always walk in there and say, what are the typical services you offer that I may or may not know about? I found that just asking that question of, is there anything I should be asking, has saved me a lot of learning and a lot of money and a lot of time. Okay. Another thing too is free meals. Most schools would always have like an event or something where they would have free pizza around. As a student, save your coins. You don't have to be bougie for nobody, right? Like if there's free pizza, free sandwiches, go get it. Don't act like I'm fine. Nobody cares about that. Like for real, get free meals. Like it'll save you. It adds up. Like lunch can get all the way from $12 to $15. If you're eating a snack, maybe 8, but 12, 15 times 5, you already know we're talking almost $60, $70. It adds up. So take advantage of free meals. It goes without saying, right? But you'll be surprised. Okay, another thing too is grants and scholarships. With grants and scholarships, you might not know what exists. Those things are not the most publicly advertised things. It's like navigating a maze to find a grant and a scholarship. The way I went around the few I got was going to my international center, your admissions office, like say, hey, I'm an international student, I'm just looking to get by, and I was wondering if there's any grants or scholarship for someone like me. International center would be able to help you. If you're looking to do like an MBA, or if you need a loan, then you should check out companies like Prodigy, Empower, and Leap Financing. Those actually give loans to international students. I typically stay away from loans. I have gotten a loan before, that's a whole nother video. However, I typically stay away from loans. And first of all, maximize the amount of grants and scholarships you can get in your school before you go get money that's not really free and you have to pay interest on top of it. The last and final piece I would say international students should definitely take advantage of is mentorships and coffee chats. Even though people sometimes are too busy to help, nobody really wants to turn down a student. So play your student card really well. Say, for instance, you want to know about a job at Facebook or LinkedIn or Google. You can always reach out to people while like you're in school. You need to start as an international student. Another thing I want to say is you need to start your career hunt sooner than your Canadian counterparts. Like you're in a different ballgame. They're just trying to graduate and daddy, mommy, somebody will help them with connections. You are trying to find a job because nobody knows you in Canada. Okay, so you want to play your student card.
Okay, hold up. At this point, you definitely want to get your pen and paper because I'm about to drop some juice.
Hey, my name is this. I like this thing you do, or your title says this. I want to know what it really entails in your organization. Do you have 15 minutes to spare me about this question? Like, be as specific as possible, but lead with your student card. You can always reach out to people who are alumni of your school, and most likely alumni are always more prone to responding to people who went to the school they did. If you can't set yourself up to say I want to have 5 coffee chats every month, and most likely at the end of your program you would have a relationship where you can either get a co-op or even a full-time job. So those are the 8 things that I think international students should be taking advantage of for sure. 9 actually, that are free and won't cost you anything, because you don't want to regret it after you're done being a student and you didn't actually maximize the things you should be taking advantage of. If there's anything you're currently enjoying or you know about that I may have missed, please help somebody and put it in the comment. Let's actually have a conversation. I love to learn too and update my knowledge. With that, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like. If you loved it, please subscribe for more information and resources like this. And I will see you in the next video. Have yourself a blessed week and talk to you soon. Bye now.